Today is Wednesday, the 18th of December 2019, is 1728 hours Central European Time. This demonstrates one of the excuses that they use to discredit me with other people hitching a ride on my internet connection and live fucking with what I type on the internet and so on and so forth. This has to do with what three browsers, namely Safari, Firefox, and Google Chrome, support in functionality. Now, normally I use Firefox, and to be precise, I want to show you which precise version it is. I've done it recently, I'll do it again. 45.9.0 for the simple reason, and I've shown you that recently, and I'll show you that again, for the simple reason that on version 10.6.8 of macOS, this is actually the most recent version that still is being supported. So this is as new Firefox as this version of the operating system can run it. This is the one that I usually use. I usually use Firefox for most, practically for all. Every now and then, I use Google Chrome because Firefox does not support all kinds of functions from all kinds of websites. I'm being offered a Chrome update here, but I don't want to do this right now. So every now and then, I don't even know if this is really an update for 10.6, because sometimes they don't check what system software it actually is. But be it as it may, sometimes I use Chrome. This is the Chrome version. Okay, I don't know why this doesn't come in a pop-up. This should come in a pop-up. Here, oh, this is nice. Here it actually says, this computer does not receive any more Chrome updates, as 10.6, even 7 and 8 are no longer supported. So here, you know, first I was suggested an update, but here it actually says no more updates. This is the version 49.0, blah, 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 blah. So this is Chrome, and this is Safari. And this is the latest version for Safari. This is from 2013, so this has been a while. Let me show you, even though Safari is the oldest of these versions, let me show you something. I use a particular dictionary online a lot called Leo, and because you have all kinds of languages here, and let me show you something particular. On some words, there is such a lot of meanings that you actually have to unfold the list. You know, here displayed are 13 of 704 possible meanings. And no, even that is not ambiguity. I just want to point this out. And you'd have to open this by clicking it, but you'll have to believe me. I know you just hear it there. See, I can highlight what it says, but I can actually click it. It doesn't do anything because the function, how they coded this website and the unfolding, and there's a lot of entries that have that only display a few entries where you have to unfold it. 704 is very rare, but you know, there's many with 20, 30, 40, whatnot. I have to unfold this, but it doesn't allow me to unfold it. I can right click and it doesn't give me anything. So Firefox, this is Firefox here, Firefox doesn't do that. I'm going to copy this and take you to Chrome, and let's go straight to that website in Chrome. That very entry, it also says more substantives 13 of 74, and again, now at least I can highlight the button. That's already a progress compared to Firefox. At least I can highlight the button, but it doesn't really do what it ought to do. It just doesn't do shit. It doesn't do shit. And the oldest of them all is the one that actually, even though it displays it wrong, it's very interesting. Also, the ads here are a little too, I don't know, normally here you can see there's normally ads coming up here. I don't know why they currently suppress them. They don't even show the ads here. Here used to be an ad, here would be an ad. I don't have an ad blocker in this. Here it actually says, wrongly spaced over it, but it actually says weiter Substantive anzeigen, and if I put the cursor over that, it highlights it automatically, and I can click it and it works. So the oldest browser software, namely Safari, is the only one of the three browsers that my system still supports that allows me to actually unfold the entries here at Leo. And in similar fashion, other websites, like for instance, a little while ago, my bank had underwent some change to the online banking software, and I had to. That was, if I remember it right, that was one of the main reasons why eventually I settled over to Firefox and not Safari as I had done until then, because Safari does no longer support that new banking software of theirs, blah 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 blah. But here is an example of why I use several different browsers. Now the discrediting is worked that way, that, oh please, no one would use several different browsers for the same website. I mean, why would someone do that? Trubshaw must be not paranoid, not schizoid, what's that? No, schizoid, that was the word, yeah. Your pseudoscience of psychology gone poof. Yeah, he must be a schizophrenic, or, ooh, it's not the real Trubshaw, it must be some fake Trubshaw hitching a ride. No, there are fuckers hitching a ride, but this, sometimes being done, is actually me. For the simple reason that, you know, with Leo, I now know, and I hope I will remember that if I need Leo to unfold something, I'll have to take it to the old Safari. But, you know, when I go to a website for the first time, I have never seen a website. I don't know if there's any stuff there that which of these three will be able to work and which of these three won't. You have been demonstrated one of the causes that inspires Fixamundi to discredit me, and so on and so forth, and you have been given a demonstration. It is the ability to unfold these extra entries here, which in Chrome, we're in Chrome here, doesn't work. Everything else works. I can click on something, it takes me out. Everything else works perfectly fine, but this doesn't work, and in Firefox it doesn't work either. And in fact, there's other things such as here, playing. This should be an audio. Let me demonstrate this to you. So back to Chrome. Doesn't work either.
Germ cell.
It's interesting. Only Safari actually allows this website to be used properly. I mean, it doesn't display it right, as I said before, but it actually allows to play the audio samples by just clicking on this, which the other browsers don't do either. And for completeness sake, let's look at the settings. You know, I'm not a complete idiot. You know, I'm not even sure what exactly you'd have to set there. There is actually nothing about scripts or anything. I just... Oh, it's... You know, wait, maybe here. No. Nope. This is another reason, you know, I can't work this very good website. It's a very good website. I can always strongly suggest it if you need translations. But it's always translating from the German, just so you know. And that is, the discrediting is worked around why would any one person on one computer use 3 different browsers at the same time to go to the same website. Oh, that's one of these easy to lie kind of things, because the people they lie to always have the latest thing, the most modern thing, because these people have the money. I don't have the money, and my Mac is you know, but it's not from 1983. I got my Mac when it was new. There was a 2009 model, late 2009 model. That's the Mac that I use, and the software that I use is 10.6.8, and that is that. You know, and the only software I could put on it would be, I'm not perfectly sure, 10.7 or 10.8, but as you saw before, I think here with Chrome, that wouldn't make a difference because they don't support even those versions anymore. But it's a decent machine. I mean, for all I do with it, this is, you know, I went for the 4 gigabyte version way back in 2009, and so on and so forth. This is a decent machine. It does what it does. I'm, you know, pretty happy with it, so to speak, even all these years later, just that these different browsers do not get updated. And stupid idiots who are way too gullible for their own good believe any old shit when some, you know, some staff of theirs themselves say, oh, we are not sure, oh, you must be crazy, oh, look, there's 3 fuckers riding, hitching a ride. No, this is me. But this happens seldomly. It's not that I do that all the time. Usually Firefox sees me through most of it. I want to point this out. But at any old time, they can forge on inverted comma, create the impression that I was having the Google Chrome open at the same time, even though I ain't, or I was having the Safari open at the same time, even though I ain't. Okay? I wanna point that out. And that is that. Thank you.